Welcome to OU Esports Unraveled. I'm your host, Maeve Monlotus Benson, and we're here today with Kate. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, I'm happy to be here.
Yeah, so tell us a bit about yourself.
Yeah, so my name's Kate Fernie. Itsafurn online, and I am the Influencer Development Director for OU Esports.
That's awesome. So what in particular is the Influencer Development Director position?
Yeah, so basically I work with our stream team, which is basically a group of streamers who all stream for entertainment on OU's official Twitch page. And so it basically gives this team of people a chance to really explore the influencer side and just the entertainment side of gaming for the university.
That's awesome. I understand that it recently went through a few changes, including with the name. So I guess what are the differences that we now see?
Yeah, so we just changed from streaming entertainment to influencer development, and I was really happy to kind of be the one to kind of spearhead the name change and just the change in the program in general, because I think a lot of us, especially in this generation, have grown up watching influencers, people on YouTube. I watch YouTube more than I watch actual TV. And so when you look at like Twitch, you see everyone wanting to kind of start doing that, becoming an influencer, and it's all about building a brand. And streaming entertainment, it is still, streaming entertainment, but we really wanted to focus on building the brand and making that person kind of develop who they are and what their brand is. And so kind of switching more towards influencer development not only gives our streamers that chance to kind of really focus on what they want their brand to be, but we also kind of push that outward, working with the athletics department, working with other people to kind of build a brand around themselves.
That's awesome. So I guess you touched a bit on how they're influencers now. Do you want to talk a bit about the difference between just being streamers and now the whole influencer as a brand?
Yeah, well, I mean, the fun thing about Twitch is that like anybody with a computer that kind of functions can stream. But I think when you kind of take that leap into influencer, it becomes more about taking it a little bit more seriously and wanting to make you and yourself a brand. So that's, streaming on a consistent schedule instead of just, whenever you feel like it. So you can kind of build an audience and finding more ways to build with an audience, such as having your own Discord server or just kind of building a community with not only your audience, but with other streamers.
Yeah.
And so that kind of what elevates it from just streaming to actually trying to be an influencer.
That's awesome. And how are you finding your role to be? How are you balancing esports and your personal life?
I'm very busy. I'm busy all the time. But I think what's important to me is always just kind of like laying out, okay, this is what needs to be done. And I think when I stepped into this position, I kind of wanted it to be more than it was before. I think I'm wanting to do more, so we're planning on doing, some more team stream stuff. We did a little bit of it last year, but I think I kind of want to see the team do some more things together this year, which we're working towards, which is super fun. And also just working more on giving each other feedback, saying, hey, your stream is great, but let's try this, because we want to help each other grow. That's why we're a team.
Yeah.
And so I'm kind of trying to spearhead that change, and I think so far everyone has been really excited about it, and everyone's streams so far have been amazing, and they're doing really good work. So I'm very happy to be a part of this.
That's so much fun. How do you see esports playing a role in your future and your career?
Yeah, well, I'm a senior now, which means it's job hunting time, which is always scary, but I think before I had even really started doing esports, there was no world where I was going to be working in gaming, where I had any thought of, I'll go work in gaming. I just, played video games for funsies and that was it. But getting to kind of start doing this and see people taking Twitch and streaming more seriously kind of makes me feel like, it's possible for me to work in this. So I'm definitely going to be, throwing my resume and reel at, everybody and just kind of seeing what happens. But I definitely would love to continue working in this field.
Yeah. What is something that has impacted you about esports, or something that you've taken and it has changed your life almost?
Yeah, well, so when I first started in the OU Gaming Club, I was a transfer student as a sophomore, and so I didn't really know anybody. I hadn't really gotten to do all those, freshman things where you go learn about all the clubs. Like, I didn't really know anything about it. And so when I first joined, I was really nervous because, like, I don't really play any, like, first-person shooters or what normal people would consider, like, games. Like, I was like, oh, I play The Sims and Minecraft and Undertale, like, every minute of my life. And so I was like, oh, those aren't, like, they're games, but they're not, like, games, Which is such, like, I understand why I thought like that, but it's not what gaming is. Gaming is literally every game from Stardew Valley to Overwatch or Call of Duty,
Yeah.
And so I think once I kind of got into it and realized that, like, oh, there are people who enjoy these games just as much as I do, and I'm still a part of this community no matter what game I like, was really impactful for me. And now I've kind of gotten to make some really good friends and learn a lot about the industry because I just kind of took a leap and kind of learned what the community was all about.
That's awesome. Now, fun question. What's your favorite video game?
My favorite video game? Oh my god, it changes so often, but I probably have to say The Sims 4.
Oh, yeah.
I have so many hours on this game because I think, like, The Sims 4 just became free, like the base game did, and I had it pulled up on my computer and a friend was like, oh, are you gonna download The Sims 4 now that it's free? And then I gestured to my almost 1,000 hours of playing The Sims 4, and I was like, no, I haven't already. We've been here. So I've been playing The Sims, and, like, especially The Sims 3, for years. Like, that got me through middle school. Like, I loved that game, so I think no matter all the games that come, I'm like, I'm gonna keep playing The Sims.
That's so much fun. If you could live in The Sims world, would you?
I mean, honestly, that's the whole point of it. Is it's pretty similar to normal life, but I think I probably wouldn't, because don't get me wrong, I love The Sims, but I will freely admit it's a very buggy game. And so there are a lot of bugs and issues, so I think, while it seems less complicated, it also seems more complicated because you just catch Sims, like, standing still and not moving, and you're like, hello? Can you do the thing I asked you to do, please? So probably not, but I'll still play it.
That's awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
It was really fun listening to all these new developments. But yeah, this was OU Esports Unraveled.